Yeah, what
inspired
inspired
me.
you?
I am proud to say I
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back again to another episode of the Big Talk Blueprint, hosted by your host Raymond. And today I'm here with a great lady of purpose, and she decided, aside all her big duties, she was like, I need something new for the students of Ernest Cook University. And of course, we are here with her. Yes, please, madam, you can introduce yourself.
hello everyone. My name is Naggombe Joan Veronica. I have 3 biomedical engineering students and at Ernest Cook University, aspiring for guild presidency of Ernest Cook University.
All right, thank you, madam. To a student there who doesn't know Madam Veronica, who's Madam Veronica outside this political space? Who is she?
Well, Veronica is a very interesting person
Yes.
to me, and a few I know I interest. Veronica does a lot of things. I'm going to applaud myself for being an hardworking lady.
I see you're hardworking.
Yeah, so
even the state.
yeah, Veronica, I handle a lot of things, and one of them, I work with a company called Chams Uganda Limited. It's a distribution company, and I'm under their marketing department. Aside from that, I have a foundation I'm trying to start up.
Wow.
It's not registered anywhere as yet, but we have started our initiatives. It's called the Warm Hearts Initiative, where I've carried out donations to different groups of people.
Yes.
We have visited, our first donation was with a disabled, those homes of people with disability. That was my first donation I had with my team. Of course, my team is now comprised of just friends of Joanne.
Wow.
Yeah, we are the people running it. The other donation I had was to the Cancer Institute. So there we were looking at the sick. And I'm looking forward to having one on the 4th of April, where
This coming month.
Yes, 4th of April this coming month, which will be my third initiative, where we shall be supporting the elderly, old people who are not in a state that is pleasing God. So we want to elevate their lives with a little we have. Yeah, so we are looking forward to doing that.
What inspired you to start this foundation? You said it's a Give Hearts Foundation.
Oh yeah. I call it a Warm Hearts.
Warm Hearts.
Yeah, Warm
What
Hearts
inspired you to start up
initiative.
something good?
Yeah, what inspired
me?
You? I am proud to say I am from a humble background. You know, right now, my humble background is not my problem.
Yes.
What will be my problem is when my kids say it, which I will not let that happen. So I'm from a humble background where I have been supported into school, right from my primary to my university. I am supported by an organization called Jabali Uganda.
Okay.
Before it was UCTF, but due to different reasons, it changed to Jabali Uganda, where these people have paid my full tuition, the whole of my high school, primary to campus where I am right now. So I really know what it means for someone to lack.
So you thought way to give back to the country? Yes,
I felt, what can I do to give back? If I'm not in position to raise a full tuition for someone, then what can I do to bring joy to their lives? Because it was really a game changer when I got these sponsors.
Yes.
So I feel like even with a little we have, because all my friends are still in school, so none of them has a source of income that they can bring a large amount, but with the little they have, we contribute 30, 40, but
Wow,
still we
that's
live
great.
lives change. So it's really my passion. I'm doing it out of passion and giving back, because I know if it wasn't for the people who supported me in school, where would I be? I wouldn't even be aspiring for Guild President right now of Ernest Cook.
And actually, I must comment that you're a nice person. For the first time when I reached out to you, I thought you're this person who's going to back me up and be like, you people, what, all the time, camera. But I said that, behind the revision, there is a pushing factor. What inspired you to join the guild race?
Oh, wow. What, as you've said before, that you were surprised of my impression I gave. So I first applaud myself for being a nice lady. From the few compliments I've gotten from the people who know me deeply.
And amazingly, you're the only lady in the race.
Yes. I've actually been this kind of lady. I am where I'm less expected.
Wow.
Yeah, I love doing things that people think I cannot do, because I know in my potential I can do things even better. Here at Ernest Cook, I happen to be with an old student I was with in high school, my OB, and since he was under my leadership, he felt like Ernest Cook is missing out.
Yes.
So he reached out to me. I'm a leader. Even when I do not stand, I am appointed for something.
Wow, that's nice.
For where I
Yes, let's continue.
You asked for what
Yeah, what
inspired
inspired
me.
you?
I am proud to say am from a humble background. You know, right now, my humble background is not my problem.
Yes, yes.
What will be my problem is when my kids say it, which I will not let that happen. So I'm from a humble background where I have been supported into school right from my primary to my university. I am supported by an organization called Jabali Uganda.
Okay.
Before it was UCTF, but due to different reasons, it changed to Jabali Uganda, where these people have paid my full tuition, the whole of my high school, primary to campus where I am right now. So I really know what it means for someone to lack.
So you
I
thought
know,
way to give back to the country.
yes, I felt, what can I do to give back? If I'm not in position to raise a full tuition for someone, then what can I do to bring joy to their lives? Because it was really a game changer when I got these sponsors.
Yes.
So I feel like even with a little we have, because all my friends are still in school, so none of them has a source of income that they can bring a large amount. But with the little they have, we contribute 30, 40, but
Wow,
still we
that's
live
great.
lives change. So it's really my passion. I'm doing it out of passion and giving back, because I know if it wasn't for the people who supported me in school, where would I be? I
Okay.
wouldn't even be aspiring for Guild President right now of Ernest Cook.
And actually, I must comment that you're a nice person. For the first time when I reached out to you, I thought you're this person who's going to back me up and be like, you people, what, all the time, camera, camera. But I said that, behind the abbreviation, there is a pushing factor. What inspired you to join the guild race?
Oh, wow. What, as you've said
Yeah.
before, that you were surprised
Yeah.
of my impression I gave. So I first applaud myself for being a nice lady. From the few compliments I've gotten from the people who know me deeply.
And amazingly, you're the only lady in the race.
Yes, I've actually been this kind of lady. I am where I'm less expected.
Wow.
Yeah, I love doing things that people think I cannot do, because I know in my potential I can do things even better. Here at Ernest Cook, I happen to be with an old student I was with in high school, my OB, and since he was under my leadership, he felt like Ernest Cook is missing out.
Yes.
So he reached out to me. I'm a leader. Even when I do not stand, I am appointed for something.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
nice.
for where I have been, I am appointed for something.
So we
here,
can say leadership is in the bloodline.
yeah,
Wow,
I
wow,
should
wow,
say.
wow.
Because he came to me, he approached me in year two, and he told me, but Joan, why don't you come and get any vacancy here? You know you're good at this.
Yes.
I feel you can do better here. Because even when we left high school and we all parted ways, people in Chambogo, Gulu, wherever they are,
Yes.
I still unite them. I still lead them. They still respect me. They still listen to what I say. So really, that was the best group I've ever led. That they are cooperative. So he felt like Ernest Cook needs someone like me. But as you see, ladies have not come up due to different reasons. I was like, oh, so you want me to be the first lady? I was like, oh man, I support you. I trust you.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do this. So since we have not had a female aspirant, I found it challenging in the first place. I was like,
You're
oh,
like going for it, going for it.
yeah. Okay, now I'm going to face this man. How is it going to be? Uh, uh, First, I spoke to my sister, but she also knows what I can do.
Yeah.
She was like, but you can do this. I even wonder why you do not do anything. And I'm like, okay, she's also believing in me. So those were my push factors, because of someone who has felt my leadership. And when I happened to put it on my social media handles, people who have been under my
They
leadership.
were like, yes,
They were
go
like,
for it.
"Oh, how can we support you?
Yeah.
Can you come to ECU and tell these people how good
How
you
good
are,
you are."
how you're going
Yeah.
to transform, how they felt like ECU has gotten gold."
Okay, besides that, I know students of Ernest Cook have faced particular problems that you have seen personally, or friends of yours have come and are like, Madam Veronica, these are some of the problems we are facing. What are some of those problems that you are like, I need to go to this guild race, win the race, and at least solve the problems of the students?
Yeah, thank you so much. And for that question, the problems are first. I was actually someone not so common at school
Yes.
because of the other responsibilities I was holding.
Mm.
But one of the things that really pushed me is when I was joining campus, I was so excited.
Mm.
I had my different expectations of how uni is going to be. Oh, reaching here, it
Things are
was a disappointment. I was like, wait,
Mm.
it's like I'm even in high school, just that I have to go home and I'm having my phone in class. Those were mere differences with high school.
But everything was more like high
Everything
school.
was more like high school. So I was so disappointed. So my disappointment, I've carried it on from year one to year three.
Yes.
My disappointments are still many. I'm like, God, I think we should be better than this.
Okay.
And the institute I trust, it also has dreams of making it a better school.
For the students.
Yes. So really those were my push factors.
Wow.
I had disappointments that I want to clear. My siblings are not going to come here and find the same
The same system.
disappointments. Yeah, at least they'll be proud of where they go to school.
They're like, our elder sister was there
Yeah,
and she changed something.
yes, really, there are things I find basic. Like, why aren't they here? Before where we were, it was like a house, and it's where we have classes. And after classes, you're trying to stay around, and then
Yes.
they tell you, we need to use this room for a lecture. You have nowhere to sit.
And actually, that's
Aside,
a big problem. I
yeah,
personally have faced.
yeah, it was really a big problem that even when you want to keep around school, because you must create the social network.
Yeah.
But then I had no space of doing that. So really there are some basic things that I find minor. We need a students' lounge. Let there be a space designated for that, where students will go away from lectures and the stressful books, where they'll go and have interactions
And they're
among
like, let's have
themselves.
jazz and let's have like a birthday.
Yes. For a university, that is what it must do. Because we are going to move out of these gates of ECU, and tomorrow you will need a job. But who is going to connect you to that job? You will get a job tomorrow. They'll ask you to refer a biomedical engineer, and you really have no
And you
one
really
to
have
refer.
no one, yeah.
Yes, and we were in the same institute with imaging students, with biomedical engineering students, with food and nutrition students, but then you have no one to refer. That is really not so good, because now, as you said, you've just seen me.
Yeah, I've just seen you actually.
Yeah, so I was just close to the biomedical engineering students, that they are the ones who would see me
Yeah.
oftenly. So that is one of the things I want to erase. I want us united.
Wow.
Yeah, if we move out and it is ECU, there is no difference of I'm a radiographer, I'm an engineer, I'm a nutritionist. I want us united. I want us one. That is why my slogan goes the bridging vessel.
The bridging.
So
Yes.
I am first working on the student's body first.
Before anything
I
else.
need us united and strongly united. Then
Besides
after
that,
we are united, I can then unite the student's body to the administration.
wow, I see your shortage is really, really nice. And I appreciate whatever you're doing. You're back with that. Besides that, we are having other aspirants in the race. What makes you like, as you say, Madam Veronica, I am different from the other three aspirants who have gone through vetting?
Okay, thank you for that question. I respect my fellow aspirants.
Yes.
Thank you for showing the braveness. I know it's not something easy. Hey, not until you do it.
I personally have never been a leader.
Yeah. So I know what it takes.
Mm.
What it takes. You really have to commit to it. They do a lot.
Yes.
Money, So it's really a huge thing. So I want to acknowledge them. Thank you for showing braveness. I respect you. So I am standing with men, and I am in a good relationship with all of those women.
Wow.
Yeah, we're actually friends. That there is a time we were going for barrio, and students happened to see me with one of the aspirants,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, you guys even call each other." They were surprised. They
You know,
thought it's a
many
war.
times when people are in a race for power, they tend to part ways. They're like,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
fine.
Now for us, it's different.
Wow.
That we even hold hands on street.
Wow.
Because I respect whatever is in their manifesto. I know whatever they have in their manifesto
Yes.
is for the good of ECU. I respect that so much. But we may be having different goals. We may be looking at different things to change for the university. So while I'm having them in close contact, if tomorrow someone wins this race,
Yes.
then I will give them my manifesto to help me push for what I would have pushed if put in power.
Wow.
So I would expect the same from them, because there may be a lot that I've not looked at, but since I'm a student representative and it is for the good of the students of ECU, we would talk about it and see what we can do for the students. Yeah, so what makes me different from all these people? Yeah,
That's what makes you different from them.
yes.
Yeah, wow, I appreciate that. Then there is a big issue that we are facing, and I personally faced it. The issue of welfare. For example, hostels, a student comes to Ernest Cook University after the application. They are looking for hostels. Some are disturbed by Wi-Fi password. As you know, brokenness at campus is a thing.
Yeah.
So, do you have any strategies that you're like, once I go through as a guild, I need these students to go this, and this way in the welfare section?
Yeah, thank you so much. Welfare, my manifesto is wide on welfare. I am looking at student welfare. It's what I'm prioritizing. My priorities may be on academics,
Yes.
but after academics, there is a life out of books.
Yes.
So that is my second priority. It's the second thing I'm basing on. So welfare, there is a lot. We have talked about that. Hostels.
Yeah.
As a university, why don't we have accommodations? There are parents who have insecurities with having their children sleeping anywhere.
Yeah, renting and
Yes, sleeping anywhere, and they can't transport them to school. Really, this is not proper. So that is one of the things I have on my advocates. I'm looking up to advocating for, asking the institute to at least provide these hostels for these students, even if they are not many, but a building where at least we can see a few are sleeping there.
yeah, to say
Yes.
this is an Ernest Cook
Yeah,
hostel
of
for the
course,
students.
as a growing institute, we do not expect it all at once.
Yeah, yeah.
But then little by little can be done. Still in student welfare, Wi-Fi, we petition. So we are meant to receive this because it's paid for. Why can't students have this? Why can't the internet be stable?
Yeah.
Even when you have it, because we are very many on this block,
It's unstable
it's
and
very
quality.
unstable. Why? Let every floor have its own internet. Because now, on the academic side, we need students to make research. They have to watch videos to
Yeah.
help them memorize what they have studied. YouTube is very good at anatomy. So, with all these things that help students improve their grades, really need internet. Now that we are in a .com era using AI, so
It's,
I feel
the
this is
new one.
something the school must first support us with. Wi-Fi on every block to help its stability. A lot more is in this. I acknowledge the current cabinet.
Yeah.
They managed to have us a canteen. That
Yeah.
was my other disappointment in Mengo.
Because
There
you
are
would
no
come to
places
school
to eat.
and you find students going to eat in the Ndeje cafeteria. So that was my next question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that would benefit the Ndeje
Then
Guild
Ndeje Guild,
cabinet. Yeah. So why were we losing out on that? So I acknowledge the current cabinet. Thank you so much for having that in place. But okay, we got the canteen. But where do people sit to
Yeah.
grab the snacks? Classes where I went to high school, we were not meant to cross with eats in classes. It would be strictly a dining room. Even plates were not allowed in classes. So why in lecture rooms? I feel when I said before we need a student's lunch,
Yeah.
we can have a small space designated for that. That when it's lunchtime, let people come and eat. And then if it's after lunchtime, people are staying up
Yeah.
at 2, they are not having classes at 2, but then they want to rest their
Yeah, like
mind. Let them
for example,
sit.
having discussion. You can want to have discussions in an open space whereby you have fresh air. You know, classes
Yeah.
sometimes
For the
not
discussions, we
conducive.
can say that the old library can be in place, but then there are these interactions that are not
Yeah.
academic. Yeah, we are having a club. It wants to carry on a meeting. Let it go at the launch. I want the school to get us indoor games.
Yeah.
These are some things that are very small. Chess, the bright students here, I hear chess is played by genius. So there are genius people in this institute. I don't believe there is someone below that, because for you to be a medic, you must be so good.
Yeah.
So let them have the chess boards. These are the things that are going to help students unite. Because I'm going to come on a board, I'll find a radiographer on the board, I find a physiotherapist on the board, an engineer I'm going to join. So in this game we are going to interact, we are going to catch up, we are going to be friends for the future. Yeah, so I feel if they feel they do not have space, then let them get us one small space. Let us have our dining, it as our dining, that if someone wants to grab something, let them leave class, go to that room, sit and eat. If you have an interaction of a club, you're having games you want to play, go and sit there. ECU is not about books. And the other thing in students' welfare, as a university, why don't we have a sick bay?
We don't have a sick bay yet.
Yeah, and if you're to ask around 10 students randomly here in high school where they went, I'm sorry, I'm referring to high school because we are greater than that.
Yeah.
So if we ask 10 students here, all the 10 had a sick bay in their schools.
And we're a medical school.
Yes, it's a medical school. But then a student gets a headache and they have to move out to buy tabs in a pharmacy when they even have, you said campuses are
Yeah.
broke. You're really on a budget. What you have is supper money, but because of a headache, you're going to spend what you would have used for supper. So I feel this is something small. We know it can't be a hospital or what, but at least let us get a mere first aid from there. Girls
For
get
example, a
different
kid,
problems.
like one of the students can collapse in a lecture room.
Yes.
For girls, mostly we have the cramps and so on.
Yeah.
And someone suffers with the cramps in the lecture room, anatomy is not sinking.
Yeah.
And you'll be like,
It's really not
what's the
in
problem?
order. But then a sick bay
Yeah.
with first aid, it can just have 2 bed
Yeah.
spaces, 2 for boys, that when you feel you're not okay, you are going to go and rest there.
Yeah.
Because now if someone faints, they're going to rush them to a clinic. But do you know whether they have money? Because you who is rushing them there, you're not going to cater for their medication. Yeah, so that is really not something proper. I feel it can be worked on.
Yeah.
Then we can have, as a university, different activities. School is not for books, Wanangi. It's not only for
Just like
books.
they say, your network is your network.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we need to have activities like Karicho Gala. Let students come, let them showcase their Karicho wares, let them make dishes from their backgrounds, like where they come from, Baganda to make Luombo. These are the things that are going to unite students. And as I said, I am mainly focusing on the unity bit, that we need to be united, looking at the space out of ECU. Yeah, so students' welfare is really so broad. It has been so
I
weak.
guess.
People want to play football, but then they have to solicit money for a pitch.
For a turf.
Yeah, I've seen it. And people are like, man, we have to pay Smela, you bring 10,000, 5,000. But then someone wants to play, but they don't have that money to pay. Yes, as an institute, if they do not have that space, yes, we accept. But let them hire for us a pitch. Let it be paid for a semester. That in these 4 months, we have paid this certain amount, that our students can access this pitch for these activities. So these are really
aside
small
from that,
things.
how do we define, like in your own perspective, how do you define transparent leadership? Like transparency in your leadership, how do you define it?
Transparency in my leadership. Thank you. Transparency is having an environment where every voice is heard.
Yes.
When these voices are heard, action must take place. Yes. Let action be there in 48 hours. Those are 2 days roughly.
Yes.
If something students want cannot be put in place, communicate in those 48
Yes.
hours. Let them know you have done something about their requests.
request.
Yeah, so transparency is that, it's accountability too. Students need accountability.
So you're promising accountability and responses within 24 hours in your leadership.
48 hours.
Wow, wow.
Yes. I know, as I've said, it's not magic that everything you want the school will provide. We accept it's a growing institute, but let them give us responses.
Yes.
To our needs. Let them tell us why it cannot be put in place. We are all adults, we are above 18, we understand. So if explained to why we cannot have certain thing in place, then let it be given back to the students. Yeah, so communication is really key in this whole leadership thing. Communication, accountability. You must be bold as a leader. I happen to have an interaction with the current president.
Yes.
And he told me, to be a president in this institute,
Yes.
you must be bold. You're going to face people.
A lot of resistance,
yes,
so on, left.
yeah, but due to the students' demand, you are representing students. Do not fear for the students. So it really requires boldness. You should not fear for your students.
Wow, wow,
yes,
wow.
because something can be told to someone and they're like, that can't be worked upon. Why?
Why
Go first the responsible people, tell them this is what we want.
Yeah.
And then get their feedback. At times we fear for nothing, that even what you want can be worked on, but because your voices were not raised. So this is the leadership we are looking for with Joan.
So, madam, if you happen to go through and they're like, yes, madam, you have gone through, we have shown you in as the guild president of Ernest Cook University, and you fail to deliver what you promised, what should students of Ernest Cook University do?
Yes, thank you. Cases where I will fail to deliver
Yes.
what I have promised, it will be communicated. I am really not going to wait for the term to end
before you.
Yes, because I'm going to be more on communication. If it is to advocate for let me say, what can I say, a dining space.
Yeah.
I know that can't be gotten in a fortnight.
Yeah.
So if it can't be gotten in a fortnight, then what are you going to do? Go talk about it with the administrators, get their view about it, come back to students, address them, tell them we are not having this space because the institute is expecting to put up a building, but they know a building can't come
In just,
in 6 months. So it is a process. So I feel students will be satisfied
Yeah.
with my leadership because I'm going to communicate. Whatever thing will fail me in my term, it won't be at the end that they will notice I failed.
Yeah.
I will communicate that I'm pushing it further, but this is what I got
This
from
is what is on
the
ground.
institute. Yes,
Okay.
the institute is trying to do this over this, so we are looking up to seeing what the institute does. I still go back to the institute. How far with this? They tell me. I come back to the students. This is how far they have gone. So it is work in progress. Yeah, those are the things I'm looking.
How will you ensure that these students, for example, me a year one, there's a hex student out there who's facing a bit of challenges and so on and so on. How will you ensure that their complaints and their inquiries and so on are heard by the school?
Yeah. I don't know. Some people say I look tough. Yeah, some people say I look tough.
Yeah.
But it's not looking tough. Really, you're finding me on the way. What do you expect from me? I'm really someone so open.
So you're
That
saying
you
these students can approach you and
Yeah, students can approach me so well. But then there are those things I believe now, like a man.
yeah.
You may feel like, what will she think of me? Like, yeah. So we will have a suggestion box at every block.
Yeah.
Good, we have 3 blocks. We have a suggestion box at
At every
every
block.
block, yes. So as you're coming in, put a paper there. That suggestion box will be checked every 2 days
Wow.
to see what are the
What are the
students'
students facing?
problems, yes. What do they need?
And actually, that
And
helps to solve things of the shy students. And
yeah,
those who say, as a man.
yeah, as a man, why would I go
Yeah,
to
why
a
would I
lady
go to
because
yeah,
of this? But then, as a man, you also find problems, and again, that can be addressed. So, if
yeah.
something is beyond my reach,
Mm.
and I really do not have a lot to help you with, I would then refer you to the dean of students. She's a very nice lady. I had an interaction with her. She's very welcoming and very ready to receive students. So please, if there is something you cannot address to the guild president, go to the dean, talk to her. There is also canon. Go to them and talk to them. You will be guided. So I'm not closing it to me that you come to me, go to the suggestion box. If you can approach me, come to me.
Mm.
Go to the dean of students, go to the canon, seek advice. The dean of students, there are 2. Go to the male dean of students, talk to him. He's a father. The female dean of students
Yeah.
is a mother. So really, I don't think there is a problem that cannot be softened. Yes.
Yeah, I want us to go for a fire quickie since we have been in a lot of serious things that students have possibly picked out something. You know, these students, I like a lot of jokes, but I know they have gotten the sense in this. For a fire quickie, I want us to have 4 questions that are just to Madam Veronica. One word that describes your leadership style.
My leadership style.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's going to be vibrant.
vibrant.
So beautiful
Wow,
for all
wow,
of
wow,
you.
wow.
You're going to enjoy it because I'm so cool, I said. My brother happened to tell me, ha, naye president ogenda kukuba abaana party
Eh?
because
Okay, yeah,
he knows a vibrant person away from books, away from engineering and all that. We need a life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We need to have a life. So it's going to be full
So,
of
question number 2. I know you've been inspired by a leader. Who's that one leader who you're like, this leader is the one who inspires me most?
yeah, thank you. A leader that inspires me is Miriam Matembe.
Wow, I've seen that lady. She's bold.
Yeah, since she's a lady, I know, like those of
Yeah.
you who do not know about her, go in your YouTube, enter that name, search for her.
Yeah.
Ladies, you need what this lady airs out.
And even
It
me as a
builds
boy, I can
confidence in
give
you.
credit to her. This lady was
Yeah.
like, if it's this, it's this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So really, I don't know. I just pray one time I get a chance to meet
To
her
meet with her.
physically because wow, she's really a good lady. I credit her for that. So she's my inspiration in
And
all
that's
this.
if you were not to come for this presidency and this presidency position, what else would you be doing aside of this presidency?
Thank you. I came in this presidency doing a lot of things. So I think I didn't mention I have a growing business. Yeah, it's soon making a year.
Wow.
Since it's growing, it may need me. And I'm a very you can't explore me
You have a lot. You
in
have a lot.
this few
And
minutes. Yeah,
I
you
expect a
really.
lot for us. For example, the young growing entrepreneurs, we are going to benefit a lot from you.
Yeah. So really, as a growing lady, I am proud to say I inspire. Really, I have a few that look at me and they're like, engineer, I want to be like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a growing lady, I feel like now in 5 years, what will they say?
Wow.
So I really have a lot to do. As I said, I want my foundation to blossom. I want my business to blossom. There are some ladies. There is a group called Boss Babes. Yeah, these ladies also inspire me. I look at them and I'm like, oh, even ladies are this now. Ladies now have money. Ladies no longer sit. They do not wait for men. So I am trying to build that kind of lady in me. So aside from the girl presidency, if all goes on well and I get it, I'll be very happy because it also helps me grow personally on a personal basis. That's why I came for it. The vice chancellor happened to mention today in the career.
Career
We
boost camp.
had, yes. And he happened to say that uh, attack opportunities, explore. He talked about a lot of things he does, and he told us a few of the things he did just today. And it was just 11, and he had already done a lot.
He had around 4
So,
activities.
so I felt inspired. I'm like, oh, people do this. In one of my interactions I had when I happened to tell someone that I work, they're like, if you work, how are you going to manage this? Man, people are doing this already. People are handling a lot of things and none of them fails. So who am I?
And lastly, I want us to close up with this. It's one question that people always don't ask, but one funny thing that people don't know about you, you are like you didn't expect people to know about you. One thing you didn't expect people to know about you. Yeah.
There is a lot people do not know about.
I just want one, that particular one, like someone like I come and tell you this and you're surprised. Only once, and we close up.
I find some things some things I can't air them out here because I feel like people will now have my weakest point.
All right.
So it's really bad. They can know the good about me.
And for me, I must testify, as I testified. At first, when I inboxed her, I'm like, study. I don't know that I should even accept this kind of thing I'm bringing to her. I must credit that to you. You are really a reliable person and you give an listening ear to people.
Tell them that I'm approachable to
you are
anyone
very,
can come
very
to
approachable.
my inbox.
Yes. And that has been Madame Veronica, an aspiring good president for the mighty Ernest Cook University. She has undergone vetting, and of course, we are campaigning. We hope for her to go through. And of course, I believe as a woman of power and empowerment, being the only woman in the race, I believe she's going to go through. And I promise to have you back, and I would ask for that opportunity to have you back as the guild president of the mighty Ernest Cook University. Come 15th April, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So please kindly vote for Joan Veronica Naggombe for guild presidents.
Wow. I hope you've heard. Her name is Joan Veronica Naggombe. Just go to that ballot and have that tick.
Yeah.
Tick.
Thank you.